Hello my beautiful darlings and welcome to another bedroom guru. I know, shock horror, I'm doing two, one after the other, within 2 days. Been a bit distracted and not bit very well, as you know. But I thought I'd do another one. Reason being is I've just come back from a lovely time with my friends. And I thought I'd better look over my emails. Everything's been a bit delayed because you might see in my last video that I've been in and out of hospital and had a few problems. And it kind of really touched my heart, the email. And so I thought, do you know what, I'm going to share it. I've got nothing better to do today until tomorrow. So I thought, do you know what, I'm going to share this because I think there's going to be a lot of people out there that go through the same stuff and they just give up. That's really bugging me a bit of hair that's sticking up. I'm getting my hair cut in a few days' time. This is doing my head in. And what it is that I'm not going to expose any identity of the person whatsoever, but there's a man that, you know, has kind of been emailing now and then over the years, and he's gone through absolute horror. He, as I say, I'm not going to expose his identity at all, but he basically was in a marriage with 3 children. And he found out that his ex was having an affair. She was worried that he would end up getting the children, so she put in an allegation that he was abusing the children. And he went through months, years of hell with social services, with the courts and everything else, totally innocent. And it turns out that she ends up getting custody of the children, is with her new man, has got his house and has got everything. And so he said to me, how is it that beautiful people that are, you know, totally innocent, just, you know, trying to do their thing, love their children, be a good husband, how is it that people get so fucked over, basically? I'm not gonna lie, that's, you know, that's the way he said it. And he said, how can you be spiritual and how can you forgive people when they always seem to win, the bad people always seem to win? And I thought, bloody hell, right? And I've just had the biggest liar and betrayer totally do me over. It's so funny how people believe the bad people, isn't it? It's incredible. And it resonated with what's going on in my life. And I sat there for about half an hour thinking about this poor man that's like restricted on seeing his kids. Even though he was found innocent, it didn't matter because in the court case for the divorce, they'd stuffed him anyway. He's just lost the plot. I don't blame him, to be honest with you. And I sat and thought about it. And what happened was, earlier on, my friends took me out for the afternoon. And as I walked out, there was a double rainbow, and it literally, where I am now, I'm going to put the photograph on here, across the road, the house across the road from me, the rainbow was going through the middle of the roof of the house, the main rainbow, and then there's a second rainbow. And I was like, oh my God. And my friend said to me, that's telling you it's all okay. So I had to email this man back, and I've just finished the email. And I thought I'd try and share it because there's got to be loads of people who are beautiful, loving, spiritual, truthful, honest, empathic people that get exposed to, abused by, and treated so abhorrently by people through their lies, betrayal, and just negative behaviour. And I think they just give up because, you know, justice hasn't won, but it has. It has. This is what I wrote in the email back to this man today, is that they may win a battle, and they may think that they've become victorious in the way they've treated you, in the way they've spoken to you, in the way they've addressed you or used you, whatever they've done to you, or whatever situation's done to you. You know, it could be a work environment. And that happened to me as well. It could be a work environment, it could be a family member, it could be a lover, it could be a friend, you know. And I was just, again, I was treated disgustingly a little while ago by a friend, and I don't ever know what I did wrong. And you send it back on yourself and think, why have I attracted this? You know, is it me? Have I done something wrong to attract this sort of behaviour? And this is what I was trying to explain to this man, is that, no, you haven't. At the end of the day, the only way to put it is that if you don't have faith and you don't have a sense of a universal energy bringing karma to those people, or a sense of that you are right and wrong has to fail at some point. Light always shines through, darkness doesn't, okay? And so if you have a faith in that yin and yang, then you're bound to win this war eventually. It can take time. What I'm trying to get across is that lots of people, and I get this quite a lot actually in emails and videos and things, where people say, he did this, she did that, and I just want karma, and they think karma is revenge. It isn't. It isn't about revenge. What energy we send out, we get back. Okay, so if we send out that we're a loving, honest person that just wants to be loved back and be honest and that's what we give out. Okay, and it comes back to us 100-fold. When you're a negative person, that eventually comes back to them. If they continue in that behaviour of lying, deceit, betrayal, whatever they do, it does come back on them. But it's not about waiting for it to happen. You just know that because they're in that swamp-like energy, it will come back on them and it will hit them hard. No matter what it is, it will hit them hard. And so if you have the faith to know that the universe has got your back, the angels have got your back, the spirit world has got your back, you sit and you are the winner. You think, do you know what? I've done nothing wrong here. Oh my God, good luck. I've seen it so much. I've seen it so much, especially when negative people cross spiritual people or light workers. This doesn't end well. And this person, the man that I sent the email to, is a very, very spiritual person, very lovely person, does a lot of charity work, very well respected, lovely businessman. And, you know, he's almost had his life ruined just because of her behaviour. And yeah, it does get you cross. It does make you want to hurt. It does bring out the ugly side of you. And my God, you know, I've had an ugly side come out of me, because you do. You want to kick out. You want to scratch and burn, don't you? Because you're someone that's lovely and you don't expect someone to bring you hurt when you've given nothing but love and support out. And you think, Jesus, hang on a minute, I've given all this out and you just stamped me out like a, I don't know, stamped me out like a cockroach. And this is what I tried to explain to him again, is that yes, it's not about us attracting these people in our lives. It's the fact that the good people in this world, like me and him and all the others that will be watching this, we do have to sometimes deal with challenges and take on darkness. We do have to take on darker energies. We do sometimes get exposed to people of a lower energy, a lower vibration. And sometimes what we do is we perhaps, as empaths, feel sorry for them, want to help them, support them, totally get sucked in by their, I'm a victim, please help me, I'll feel sorry for me. And then we end up getting conjoined in with this darkness with them because we're listening to their crap and their stories. And we get ingrained in it. And then we end up going down this half or semi-dark path until it breaks. And they tend to come out the winner because they're so good at what they do by manipulating people. And we come out the loser because we're the honest people that really haven't done anything apart from just try and love and support that person. Does that make sense? And this is exactly what happened with this man. And so I said to him, the thing is that, were there any red flags beforehand? And so he said, well, yeah, there were times when I thought she's not telling the truth, or there was times when she was really nasty to me. There's times when she's thrown food at me. There's times when she's thrown hot coffee at me just because I've questioned her about things. And I said, well, then when you're entangled in that mess, that's when you should have stood back and thought, do you know what, this isn't right, and then made your move. And what happens is that what I'm trying to say to you guys is, if you're in any environment, whether it's work, personal, whatever it is, and you are either, you know, someone's riding your back at work, or they're an arsehole, or your supervisor's really horrible to you, and you're doing nothing but work really hard and just want it to excel in what you do, sometimes we need to be brave enough to step back and think, there's a red flag here, I'm not getting very far because this bloke wants to just be an arsehole, or this woman wants to be an arsehole. So what I need to do is I need to find a new job and be brave. Right, and the problem is, what we don't do is we don't be brave. We stick at it, because that's what empaths and nice people do. You know, we want to stick at it, and we think, yeah, good will overcome bad. Sometimes it doesn't happen. The reason it doesn't happen is because there's a lesson there, okay? And for any of you that watch my YouTube videos, I am in exactly the same space as I was last year. Exactly the same space. Being completely taken in by a liar, narcissist, betraying, nasty person that on the outside looks lovely and can manipulate anybody around him to change the truth into his truth. Completely different thing, all lies. So I'm in exactly the same space. So I now know that at some point I should have stood in my courage and thought, this isn't right, and I should have done that, and I tried to do it, and you know, you keep getting them come back, or they manipulate you again. You allow yourself to be manipulated. So what I'm trying to say is, in a long convoluted way, is that you will be exposed to negative people in your life, in your work, your personal life, family, whatever it is. Okay, it's your choice if you want to go along the same road that they're walking along. Okay, so if you're on that road with that person, that negative person, and you don't feel healthy with them, you don't feel happy with them, there's always worrisome things going on, there's something in your gut that's saying this isn't right, that is when you need to have the strength to pull out and say this isn't right. And so when I was speaking, when I was emailing this gentleman, I said to him, you had red flags before, didn't you? And he said, yeah. And he told me about the food and the coffee being thrown, la la la. I said, well, that was your time to then pull away and say, this isn't right, it's not working. And that could have been the mutual divorce with equal stuff going on. However, he stayed in it, knowing there was something wrong, and then look what transpired, you know. So one of the things I want to share with this is if you're in a situation and it feels heavy, and really this is really weird because this was number 2 in my cards yesterday. Number 2 in my cards. If something doesn't feel right, and it does, and there's something making you not happy, and there's something that you just think, I'm not comfortable with this, you have to have the courage to change that, because if you don't, you end up going right the way down the line and you're the sacrificial lamb. It's exactly what's happened to me, it's what happened to this man, and no doubt there's so many out of you that go, oh my god, yeah, that's me as well. Okay, you have to have the courage to change, and know that by having that courage to change and get away from that toxic situation, you will find happiness, abundance, opportunity, and everything will be amazing. Okay, you will still find that even if you go down the dark road, but the difference is you've then got to spend a couple of months healing your heart, healing your soul from the hurt and the lies and the betrayal and whatever these people have done to you. You've got to get over that first before you get your opportunities and your new beginnings to start. So number 2 really resonated with me yesterday. God, it was just so spooky those cards that came out yesterday, and it was almost telling me my own future, my own fortune, basically. And so what I'm trying to say is that if there is a cancer in your life, and I'm not being disrespectful to people that have cancer at all, what I'm saying is there's something dark, something that eats away at you, or something that doesn't feel right. Have the courage to pull away from that dark road. Don't walk down that road with them. If you are too weak, or you've been so easily manipulated, and you know they're very good at what they do, these people, and you go down the dark road, they win out, you're down here, they're up here, ha ha, I'm lovely, I'm going to trot off. Believe me, they're not going to trot off, because karma will come back and get them at some point. What they give out will come back to them at some point. Okay, and that's what you've got to have the faith in. Smile, know that they will, in their little quagmire, will get all the shit they're sitting in and give out, it will come back on them. Okay, that's what you've got to let go of. Get Archangel Michael in, give you courage to cut the ties that connect you to that situation, that person, whatever it is. Also Chamuel for self-love, for you to build yourself up, Archangel Chamuel, and just take a deep breath and go, right, okay, yeah, I was a bit stupid, I carried on playing this game, I knew perhaps there was something not right, but I stuck with it, and now I've got totally stabbed in the back and totally treated like shit. Hey ho, never mind. So then what you do then is you move on. What you can't do is stay stuck to the situation. I can't imagine how hard it is for the man I was talking to on the email, because his life has just been carboshed. But I know that something will happen where he'll either end up with the children, or she will do something wrong that will allow him to have more power. He's just got to have the faith to hang on in there. And that's what I'm trying to say to all of you. Any of you that have been exposed to wrongdoings, to injustice, to people treating you wrongly, hang on in there, because I'm telling you now, the natural order of the universe will bring balance back and you will get what you deserve. And interestingly enough, I've given myself a personal plan. In 9 months' time, I'm going to look back at this video and see what I've achieved and what has happened in 9 months now that I'm free from this toxic energy that I've allowed in my life. And I want to see what happens in 9 months' time, because I can categorically assure you now that I will be flying highest I've ever been. That's what I can see now. Okay, and that's what you need to adopt in your life, no matter how much hurt and pain that they've brought you. The most strongest thing you can do is do everything you possibly can to get rid of it and not stay connected to it, not relive it, not talk about it. You know, I've done what I needed to do now, that's it, I move on. And that's what you've got to adopt. Okay, spit all your venom out, get it all out, whatever you need to do, because that's only human. And then you think, do you know what, I'll leave you in your swamp, you dirty piece of dark crap. And you arise to the light and the rainbows that are there for you. Hang on in there, have faith in the universe. And then the next thing to do is then start creating what you want to do. Interestingly enough, I went to a church yesterday up in the moors with my darling friend Joe. And I opened the Bible and asked my guide Julianus to give me a number, because he likes to use chapters in the Bible as a number or a code. And he opened the number and it was 222, which I've been seeing for months, which was my wake-up call, and I ignored it. And then the last bit was 313. I thought, right, okay, I'm taking 313. The last message that I sent today concerning my toxic situation, I didn't even realise was 313. And I thought, looked it up. New beginnings, ending toxicity, expansion, creativity, success, abundance. And basically it is a number of complete renewal, success, abundance. So what it's trying to say is that I've gone from stopping my divine path, and now it's gone, I'm now going to race ahead. That's how I see it. And a lot of you might go, a load of old crap, you know, looking at numbers and all the rest of it. Look at synchronicity. Look at things like I did the double rainbow outside, literally 8 feet away from my house. Okay, it literally was right in front of me, going through the roof of the house. Look at those and hang on to them, because what else have you got apart from hanging on to how they've treated you or the situation that is really unfair? Okay, I remember a lady, beautiful, beautiful lady, who was a carer, and she was a whistleblower for another carer who was abusing another patient. And guess who got stuffed and kicked out for thieving from a patient? The whistleblower, because they wanted to hide the fact that there was a number of people there that were abusing patients. It's just popped in there, I remember that. And she was like suicidal. She'd lost the career of her life. She'd lost all her credentials to do that, because they said that she'd thieved something as a cover-up. And then about 4 years later, there was a mass investigation. I kept saying to her, you've got to have faith. And there was a mass investigation into the place. And then everything got rescinded, and she ended up getting some sort of payout for it. And I know that there was 4 years of misery and pain, but if you sit in the energy of good things are coming, shit things are going to happen to these people, I'm okay, I'm looked after, I'm not alone, like how my book reflects, right? I'm not alone, I can do this, it's fine. Rather than, I fucking hate, what am I going to do? I want to burn the place down, I want to do this. You do that, you're still on their path. So break it, let them get on with it, because they think they've won. Oh my God, they so haven't, okay? They haven't, because they're just miserably doing the same crap that they've always done. So let them just waste their lives in their lies and their betrayal and their fake crap that they do, and you stay who you are. Honest, loving, empathic, truthful, loyal, and a wonderful person that's on this planet spending their time here. And just wait for the karma or the universal laws that have to maintain balance. Just wait for them to come back in. Have that faith. That's all I can give you, and that's all I could give this man. Because otherwise you end up getting bent out of shape and bitter, or you end up sitting in the energy thinking, I'm good because I'm looked after, because I have been a good person, I work from light. They don't, so who's going to win out eventually? They may win the battle, they will never ever win the war. And I just wanted to share that with you because his email was ridiculously close to what's happened to me. And I just thought, do you know what, there's a reason for this. So I thought I'll just share that with you before I go and have my dinner and watch something on television because I'm a rock on a Sunday night. So I hope you understand all that and I didn't kind of waffle on too much. Have faith. Don't allow the darkness, don't allow the negative people to overwhelm you, because you will stand better and you will win the war. Anyway, I really hope even if it just reaches one person, then I've done my job tonight, and I'll speak to you very soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye now.